short little yoga routine to help relieve some stress, get a little movement through that body, a little stretching through some tight muscles. So what we're going to do, we're going to start on our hands and knees. Shoulders and wrists in line, knees and hips in line. We're going to have you tuck those toes under, spread out those fingers. Think about having a nice long back. So we're going to start with a cat and cow. So you're going to take a big breath in, inhaling through the nose. As you exhale, roll the back up, look through those legs. Tuck in the pelvis. As you inhale, reverse it, tilt that tailbone up. You're going to gaze up toward the ceiling, letting the belly drop, open through the chest. Again, exhale and roll. Gaze through those legs, push up through the shoulders. Tuck that tail. Inhale and reverse. Tilt that tailbone up, look up toward the ceiling. Open through the chest. 2 more. Exhale and roll. Trying to make it just a little bit bigger than your last one. Inhale and reverse. Look up toward the ceiling. Open through the chest. 1 more. Exhale and roll. And back to neutral back. Now we're going to bring those feet back to the tippy toes and push into a down dog. So you're going to think about making a triangle with your body. Keep those fingers spread out. Your feet are about hip width apart, and you're going to press the heels toward the floor. They don't have to touch the floor, but press the heels down. Take a big breath in, bring it up to your tippy toes. And exhale, press through those heels. Let's do that one more time. Inhale up to the toes. As you exhale, press the heels down. Chest is pressing toward the thighs, keeping your ears in between those biceps. Now from here, we're going to come into a 3-legged dog. We're just going to lift that left leg, push through that heel, keeping those hips in line. And then we're going to bring it forward into a low lunge. So we're going to bend that back leg. Front knee and ankle are in line. Bring yourself up nice and tall. Drive down through the shoulders. Tuck that pelvis in, pull those ribs in. A few more deep breaths, inhaling through the nose. As you exhale, pull the ribs in. Now as you're here, we're going to hinge forward just a little bit through that right hip. Tighten up that right glute. Keeping the ribs in, so no arching backs, but feel the stretch through that right hip. Again, inhale. This time as we exhale, we're going to sweep those arms around, place them on the outside of that foot, and we're going to rotate and open toward the ceiling. You could either look forward or up toward that hand. And we're going to swoop it back and around. And this time we're just going to bring it into a pigeon pose. So that front leg, diagonal line from the knee to the hip. Again, keep those ribs in. You can keep it up on your hands, you can bring it to your elbows or flatten it out. But as you keep it here, I want you to work with that breathing. So as you inhale, lengthen through the spinal cord, through the crown of your head. As you exhale, press those hips down. Keep that breathing going. And as you're here, again, think about your body position. It's really easy to tilt to one side, but try to keep those hips square. And again, with each inhalation, lengthen. And as you exhale, push those hips down a little more into that mat. One more time, inhale and lengthen. And release it. We're going to bring the hands on the outside or underneath the shoulders. Bring yourself back up into that down dog. So spread out those fingers. Feet are about hip width apart. Pressing the hips up toward the ceiling. Chest presses toward those thighs. Now from here, we're going to lift that right leg. Push through that right heel. And then bring that foot forward in between the hands. Bend that back leg. Bring it into a low lunge position. Sink those shoulders down. Draw those ribs in. And again, with each inhalation, you're going to think about lengthening the spinal column. And as you exhale, push forward through that left hip, keeping that glute tight. Feeling that nice gentle stretch through the left. And again, inhale, lengthen up, keep that chin tucked in. As you exhale, press forward just a little more through that left hip. So a few more deep breaths here. Now we're going to bring those arms back and around. Bring the hands on the outside of the foot and open toward the right. Either looking up to the ceiling or straight ahead. That top arm is going to extend up and then circle it back around. Bring it on up, tuck that front leg under into our pigeon pose. And again, we're going to press those hips gently into the mat. Keeping that back long. You can have it on your hands, your elbows, or you can flatten it out, whatever works better for your body. So again, with each inhalation, lengthen through the spinal column. As you exhale, press the hips down toward the mat. Let that air follow and travel to any tightness you might feel. And we're going to bring the hands on the underneath the shoulders and back up to your hands and knees. Now from here, if you need to, you could have yoga blocks, you could have pillows, but we're going to bring it into a camel pose. So I'm going to tuck my toes under, but if it feels more comfortable for you to have it on your toes, if you're new to this, you can keep it there. So we're going to lengthen up through the spinal column, bring the hands on the very lower part of the back, inhale and lengthen, and as you exhale, we're going to push those hips forward, look up toward the sky. Now you can keep it right here, or you could bring your hands to your feet, to your heels. If you have yoga blocks, you could bring them to the yoga block. But those hips are pressing forward, opening through the chest, gazing up toward the ceiling or the sky. Few more deep breaths here, inhaling through the nose. As you exhale, press those hips forward. And bring the hands back to the lower back. Slowly bring yourself back up. Tuck the toes under. And we're going to bring it into an extended child's pose. So shoulders drawing back and down. Relax the shoulders. Relax your jaw. From here, we're going to walk both hands to the right and extend out through the left side of the body. Pushing down gently through the left armpit and the left hip. And just like before, as you inhale, lengthen the spinal column. As you exhale, sink yourself down. Let your body melt toward the floor. When you're ready, walk it to the center. Walk both hands to the left and extend out through the right side. Press down gently through the right arm, through the right hip. Feel that stretch through the right hip all the way to the shoulder. Continuing with your deep inhalations through the nose. As you exhale, relax those muscles down toward the mat. When you're ready, bring it back to the center. Slide it on up and bring it to a seated position. Shoulders up and back. From here, we're going to bring those feet together. Think about opening the hips, sitting up tall through the sit bones, and hinge forward just as far as what's comfortable for you. So as you hinge forward, keep that back long, sideways. So you don't want to roll up your back, but extend out your back. Think about bringing the belly toward the legs, pressing those knees gently toward the floor. Inhale and lengthen. And as you exhale, can you go just a little further? A few more deep breaths here. Release it onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest, tuck the chin in, and we're gonna roll forward and back. It could be big rolls or small, up to you. And then next time you're on your back, keep it down, bring the feet to the floor, open the arms to the sides. Let's lean those legs toward the right, stretch out through fingertip to fingertip. You're either looking up or away from the legs. Again, inhale through the nose. As you exhale, think about pressing those legs down a little more as the shoulders stay down. When you're ready, let's bring those legs up over to the other side. Again, either looking up or away from the legs. Shoulders stay down, nice deep breathing. When you're ready, bring it back to the center, straighten out those legs. Arms to the side, relax those shoulders. As you're here, relax your jaw. And imagine your body just melting toward the mat. Still inhaling through the nose. Now as you exhale, relax the shoulders. Relax those arms all the way down to the fingertips. On your next exhalation, hips melt down toward the floor, let your feet just turn out. Relax those legs, relax those toes. Eyes are closed. Relax your jaw. Deep inhalation through the nose. And as you exhale, feel the body getting lighter and lighter. With each exhalation, you almost feel like you're on the air, kind of floating. Body's nice and light. Muscles relaxed. Mind's relaxed. Few more deep breaths here. Still feeling that new energy coming in with each inhalation. Lightness with each exhalation. When you're ready, bring the right arm overhead and roll onto the right side. A few more deep breaths here. And when you're ready, bring it up to seated. Relax those shoulders, tall through the torso. It's just a little mini yoga routine. Hopefully you feel a little bit better, a little bit lighter than you did when you started. Enjoy the rest of your day.